to the other room for today's required weekly test. But I'd like to welcome you to our pre-severe weather flash flooding coverage. We already have rain. There's also the possibility for some tropical storm conditions from the Montauk Point to Janie Hole already up to New York has been canceled. There is rain. You can see that right now. There is some rain. You can now actually see it on camera. So now, muted in some area, in some point, in most points, but not muted in others. It's time for the weekly test. I'm gonna mute it because, yeah, I don't like to hear the meaning that mommy wants to, and you will not hear my voice for a while. I'm just gonna throw this away. But because, yeah, I need McDonald's tonight. I mean, this morning. So I'm just gonna read the rules and all that stuff. I catch the test. And maybe get a flood warning on this. And yes, I do have this one and this one on. This time because, yeah, I need those. But the others are on display, like these WR120s. See, so this 120 is on channel 1, and although I turned it on, it's not gonna display the weekly test today because I saw for the public information statement earlier ago, there is going to be no weekly test today, which is a good thing. Why is it a good thing? Well, my mom, which I'm not gonna show on camera, is gonna have a speak hearing, and this meaning I need to be very, very quiet. Quiet to the point that I have turned the volume on most of these down a notch, but this one, you're still gonna hear the siren on, so what I'm going to do, the siren, no, siren frame, please don't even, I'm just gonna test, I should change this, and yes, I really want this video out for the weekly test today, but these two, well, not today. This one's gonna be a yes, and this one's gonna be a no. Sometimes, with the full B, now I do have a full B restatement one, which I should have had, but with this big meeting, with a super quiet meeting in about, let's say, 7 minutes at 11 a.m. I want some of my radios to be displayed, to be having display without activating, And this one, I'm just gonna, show you if Upton would have tested. It would have done this. There you go. But it's gonna test on Thursday, so I'm gonna do a part 2 to this and show you what Upton tested. But the other three, Boston, Albany, and Gray, they're testing today, and Upton's testing tomorrow. But Upton's not the only one who is gonna test today, tomorrow. What else? Huntsville's gonna test tomorrow. I'm sorry about that. Because, look. Huntsville postponed at 8:48. They just went on a big bunch. So I'm gonna show you. This one will not. It does not test. Buffalo will not test. Will test. Sorry. GRP test. This is the first one. Due to the threat of inclement weather, the Huntsville weekly all warm test, normally conducted between 11 and 11:30 a.m. Wednesday, will be postponed until Thursday at the same time. So, Huntsville is the first one to postpone the test. Not all all of these do not has tested all. Most of these will test today, but here's another one that's not going to do it. The National Weather Service is Upton, New York, in Upton, New York, which monitors WXJ42. It's going to postpone the regularly scheduled. It's postponing the regularly scheduled radio test on over the radio. The test will be conducted on the next round of February, which is Thursday or Friday or even Saturday, between 11 a.m. and noon. How Upton could potentially do a test on the weekends? I don't know. Well, it has done on a Saturday before, because Upton, New York postponed the test many times due to Hurricane Sandy. So I'm actually shocked that the potential for a weekly test postponement on Saturday is possible, but not likely. But today it is postponed into tomorrow, between tomorrow and Saturday, between 11 a.m. and noon. So, in theory, I can turn this radio off, but I'm going to keep it on because there may be some alerts on WXC42 that I want to get. The other four, they're testing today, and I'm not going to live stream like many of these anymore, many like weather alerts anymore, because yes, I will be in school. So now setting up Cornerback live streams via Streamlabs in order to test all of these. So be ready, because there will be more more live streams. And I don't mind my mom. Just so alright, I'm just gonna stop talking for now, and I'm gonna let mommy do the meeting. You will still see me doing the weekly test. Thank you. Alright, now it's 3 minutes until we get that phone call. I'm put my W on 100 right next to the 120, so this one's obviously going to be on 1. This one's going to be on 4 now, so you see that there is no after that. It's W100 now. It's on channel 4, and it will not. So I am putting all of these on low volume. So I'm putting them on low volume, and this one's gonna be on low volume too. And this one's gonna be on low volume too. Only one radio will go off. It's gonna be that one. Okay, let's just not worry about these ones, and let's get to the other ones. I don't know what's going on with channel 2 right now. Remember right now that I'm just gonna, turn off this too, because otherwise the boss too, like get mommy in trouble. So, yep. All set. All right. I'll mute this live stream and get on with it. There you go.
Alert systems. This test is conducted each Wednesday at 11 a.m. Specially programmed receivers are alerted for specific launches, warnings, and advisories. In the event that severe weather is expected on Wednesday, or there is inclement weather, the test is postponed to the next fair weather day. This concludes this test of the NOAA weather radio and same alert systems.
Slowly, but we're getting there. I mean, at this point, we're probably not gonna have finalized ASC to ASC until September, when we can devote a little bit more time to the Gov and the RNA checklists, and, are able to identify like what's gonna be different. FIS to ASC, we started those this morning, and, we just have to incorporate all of the manual processing that we're gonna need to do, which we're kind of still working through, so.
Okay, now the only ones left are
Yeah, I mean, 96.
already
Put it at 99 if you want, but.
and gray for today and
Until we've
up
gone
and
through all of
tomorrow.
the wave 4 plans, I'm just really not gonna finalize anything for those.
RFI update. We received one more. So we've got 10 outstanding. 2 of them with product. The good news is these are from one plant. They're all good with their number. But the majority of them are one plant that is September rated for
And people who are activated. Yeah. I don't want my feedback is actually activated and running for like that instant that I had on one of my three-way outputs. It's not some good news. Still have the few. I'll be up in running the Albany one. And this one's gonna activate today. This one's tomorrow. And here's the log. Yeah.
Any questions on RFI? To statement from Lino.
This one looks like it's really cool.
Last thing we had here was the FIS-ASC. Here is the line. These were under review. And I know certainly you can work out last week and schedule time to meet with Andrea this week to go over them. So just trying to understand if you guys can do that. Good, and understand what you need to do, or we can be there in a week.
Charlene and I have been connecting literally every morning to try to get a lot of this work done for Wave 4. We did talk about this, and I mean, at this point, I'm gonna take care of the edits as they move to ASC, because all of the FIS information has already been mapped. So I'm just gonna handle them as post receipt and cleanup items.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, it looks like the National Reserves in Buffalo, New York has tested. It's in the log.
One was for the
There is one
one was for the station, but
that
looked like it was
says,
a great deal of work. And the other one was well on its way. It's done, I think.
practice demo warning. But there is one here. Right there. That says tropical storm warning.
So I have a question for Andrea. Since you're doing the poster statements, you know, from these, is it useful to have any of this data changed now?
I'm gonna be honest, Donna, it looks like, I know we flagged certain described lines as they weren't gonna be mapping.
Yeah.
They were mapped by ASC, and they were mapped pretty correctly, I just have to fix a little bit of the language.
So that's what I'm thinking, is that the last two were designed clean up the language. And so the two pieces were, if it used a defined term that isn't a defined term, and then the new one I was gonna work on is if it refers to an election, an FIS election. Are you just gonna be able to handle those on your own?
Yeah, I think
And
so.
there's no sense in trying to figure out an automated solution to that?
I think for wave 4, I can't wait. I mean, I literally have 2.5 days to get the rest of them done in order for me to build the CATS wave and whatnot. So yeah, no, I definitely, and then for the rest of the plans, I mean, I kind of have a groove right now.
Tropical storm warning.
I do think it's worth our time to look into for cycle 4. Because quite frankly, I've gone through about 150
Oh, I haven't tested them.
501c3 plans, and there hasn't been a lot of described lines.
Just how accurate
And
that
those
is. I
that
can show you.
have mapped over actually need minimal cleaning. It seems to be the same ones, like disability, I have to fix the defined term there. They're barely, yeah, it's very
Waiting on this.
trendy, if that makes any sense. It's
Yes.
I have already identified which described lines I have to go to look at, and there's not many. But I think but I do think we should
I
stop
think this
this.
This
Yeah, because we're gonna need it for cycle 4, I think.
But
I think we're gonna have more described lines for cycle 4.
I was able to kind of think it is this way, but it's
100%,
not.
Consistency.
Yep.
So I think maybe.
Oh, we have a new test.
We get this repaired, maybe you and I should.
All the way
set
to
up a meeting
for
to
these
talk
counties,
about
it's going to affect the tell what.
maybe moving outside your desk, just keep some notes.
I have been, and that's what we're gonna cover today. Yep, yep.
Oh, super. You're already ahead.
You're welcome.
So that for purposes.
It looks like we don't have a routine for this one, too. It's a rubber dog. While you're testing this one.
Correct. No. We're going through all of what we flagged as gateway mapping, the
Yeah,
items that we did not expect ASC was not gonna map
But I'm going to do
to the cycle 2 documents. What I'm finding, Lisa, is
that.
they
Waiting for
mapped
Albany.
most everything. There's very little that didn't map. Now, some of the language that they mapped for us, we didn't like. It's language that Donna's been providing to me and I'll be replacing, but the majority of everything mapped, like, I know we said 85%, only 5% mapped by us.
That's a pleasant surprise, right?
It was. I was shocked. I think I said that to Donna. I was like, I've been going through these. Like I said, I've gone through a little over 100, and they're all pretty good, which makes me nervous. They match the adoption agreements. They match the ASC mapping spreadsheet, the mapping tool. You know, obviously there's some edits we need to make from defined terms or whatnot, but it's pretty good so far. I hope I'm not jinxing myself, but
You're talking particularly described rates,
everything, Lisa, everything.
like all contributions?
Yes. So for those plans that had
It's
all
not
contributions selected, they were able to map it to like, so say the plan allowed for deferrals, Roth, matching contributions, and employer contributions. And for, Sec 3-1, they selected as to all contributions. When I go and compare it to Section 3-1 and ASC, they selected the money box types for all of the applicable contribution types. It's mapping perfectly.
There you go. So I'm waiting for this one, which will be tomorrow, and this one too. So if all of them
They're
fails,
checking the right ones for the plans.
then
Well, but Andrea, if
I
you're
keep
gonna
on with the
have
three-letter coverage.
FIS had all contributions, you're having to go back.
No, they
If you already
didn't.
have
No, that's what I'm saying,
two
Donna.
of the
So if
four
they had all matching
ones,
contributions,
obviously
but the
this
plan
one
only
will be
allows
late.
for
I don't know,
deferrals,
this one will be
non-electives,
or
they're
what?
electing deferrals and non-electives. They're not
Let me
making
just
any
still check
elections to
the
matching if the
email
plan
monitor
doesn't
to
have
see
it.
if they did postpone it.
That's news. That's big news.
Yes.
Nope, I don't want them.
That was not my understanding of how that was
It was not
No
any of ours
indication of that.
understanding,
The
but
indication of a postponed test
Okay.
was not that one.
I'm sorry.
Had a problem with that in the test, never mind.
I know.
That we're gonna have to do some lessons learned, go back and yeah, I mean, this is surprising, but still, if we're going to rely on automation, we need to have assurances of exactly what's going on, and we need to have a much better understanding of what is mapping and what's not mapping, because we cannot do what you're doing right now.
Oh, and I've said that from day one. Like, I'm just trying to get us through this project, period.
Right.
This is not sustainable. And that's why, like, well, that's exactly it, Lisa. And that's why I was like, when you asked me that question, Donna, about what you're doing, I'm like, I don't want you to stop what you're doing because we are going to need it. But, we're getting so close to wait for it. I can't wait for it. I have to just get them done.
Doesn't say that on the
Very interesting.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised because I've been saying it from day one. I know we tested in their test environment. It is not like for like, ever. Their test environment, I feel like, there's something wrong with it. That's why I always try to just test in production.
Okay.
Yeah, that's neither here nor there.
Alright, just about 15 minutes since the first one thing. And I would think everybody has not tested, so moving on. And looking back, we just sort of monitored up my activity files. If we did activate, I will do the other tests in just a moment. But first, we have tropical. We do have a tropical storm. The only one that was affected by KW 45 is this one because there is no. And look at this. We have a Cat 3 potential for 150. And then a tropical storm. That's gonna be over. Before we know it, so that's some good news. Let me check the auto. And not much to say. 53 tropical storm, and there goes the majority of this. There we can hear it because I am super low because of what's happening right now, but it did activate. So all 4 of my main radios activated. This one will be waiting until tomorrow. Well, it may activate today unless if it gets a special marine warning. but not for, testing. That's the test. So all three of the radios tested today, which is some good news. Now we do want to mention this. This is the Cape Lookup to Duck, New York. 2 to 4 feet there. Storm surge forecast for Duck, North Carolina, to Sandy Hook, New Jersey, 1 to 3. And there may be a storm surge report, maybe some storm surge reports from Upton, New York, because it's Sandy Hook, New Jersey. There is something to watch in Massachusetts, though, despite this. This one will not activate, but the other 3 did. Why? Because there were some high surfing. There were some advisories, like high surf advisories, small craft advisories, and even tropical storm warnings. Look at this. Oh man, this is gonna get better. So yeah, that's gonna be. This one I'm just gonna, continue on. We'll be back, and I'll be back with more information coming up in the day. So bye bye.